everybody doing?
Oh, what the heck is this?
Oh, I don't like that.
How's
What's this nonsense?
everyone doing?
What is this?
Oh man, what's going on?
Why is there a song?
I'm your father, Champagne Fresca.
Okay, Champagne Fresca.
El Paso, Texas man. El Paso, Texas man.
I guess I'm one of those, yeah.
Rocky Hardy.
I'm not participating in this bet. I don't know what it is. I don't understand it. I'm not playing.
Rocky Hardy.
I'm not gonna allow you to play in this space. This makes no sense. What is going on? Halloween's over. It's Christmas time!
I'm Champagne Fresca.
Oh, you're
Okay. Champagne Fresca.
Hello, Rocky Hardy.
Hello, Champagne Fresca.
Yes. Yes. Do you want to hear about the juice machine romance?
I'm sorry?
The juice machine romance?
Sure.
Sometimes I do a romance with the juice machine.
Is the juice machine okay with that?
If it wasn't, it would not be a romance, you monster.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm the monster here. Okay.
I'm Champagne Fresca.
Okay, tell us more about this juice machine romance, Champagne Fresca.
I write letters to the juice machine.
Okay.
And then, sometimes the juice machine writes letters back.
You don't say.
And very, very occasionally,
Mm-hmm.
I show it my wiener.
Okay.
Hello, Tegan from Ohio.
No, I'm leaving. I'm not playing this game. I'm out. I will put my headphones down and leave.
Oh my god.
I don't know what it is. I don't know how to play.
It kind of reminds me of those, like...
Why is there singing? What is it for? Like, what? Why?
Well, first of all, it's for
Why?
fun.
It's not fun if I don't understand. I'm a
What?
logical being trapped in Scorpio season. You can't do this to me.
Oh, it is Scorpio season. What the fuck up?
So when you say that it's not fun if you don't understand, let me get your general thoughts on Adult Swim.
I don't like Adult Swim.
Okay, fair.
I've gathered that
Like at
Tegan
all?
doesn't like Adult Swim.
That's always been a thing, is like, hey, do you like this show on Adult Swim? And I'm like, no. Is it an anime show? No, I don't like it.
Mm.
I don't like it at all.
Man. So you've got to have something nailed down in order to enjoy it.
Well, I just need to be able to follow the train. And there is no train there for me to follow.
So, Tegan, I'm assuming that you are planning on not playing Death Stranding.
I might actually play Death Stranding because it's got that secret movie mode or whatever, so that I don't actually have to do anything. I can just watch it.
Mm.
I might do that.
The very easy mode?
Yeah, the super easy mode. Baby mode, that's what I might do.
It's Hershey's baby. Hmm. Speaking of Death Stranding, it's gonna be really long, I've seen. Like, all the reviews are saying it's like a 50, 60-hour experience. Where, like, your major gameplay mechanic is, like, walking.
Peeing on stuff?
And peeing, yeah.
I mean, to be fair, my major gaming mechanic in Breath of the Wild was walking, so, like, eh.
Well, you still had, like, sword play, and, like...
Well, yeah, but, like, I'm down for walking and running away from monsters. Like, those are two things I can definitely do because I'm a fucking chicken.
Fair enough.
Tegan, have you considered Metal Gear Solid 5?
I watched Metal Gear Solid 5. That was mostly parachuting things up into the sky, I thought.
Comically.
Knocking people out and parachuting them up into the sky. Am I wrong?
There's also a handsome chicken hat that can be worn.
I see. Okay.
That chicken hat.
Yep.
It's the thing.
Oh, my God. Tegan Somerset.
Yeah, that's me.
Apparently, Not Tegan from Ohio.
No, I'm still Tegan from Ohio. Not that Tegan from Ohio.
Who is that Tegan from Ohio?
I don't fucking know, but I don't like her already.
Jesus, the energy.
Reminds me of Karen Troutfisher.
I forgot for a second who Karen Troutfisher was, and I was like, what is rotten? And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. That's a thing.
Tegan, that is an entire star off your annual review for forgetting the lore.
I'm sorry. I forgot one bit of lore. I've had a bit of a week, you know?
Okay.
And you know about it, but I don't think I can talk about it yet.
What the fuck? Tegan, did you turn in your fuck off notice?
I did.
Then go. Just fucking go.
So I quit my job at GameStop.
Oh, so that's where Tegan works. Go. Oh,
yeah. No, that's one of the places that Tegan works. Remember, Tegan almost always has 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Tegan's always working, and that's why she can't ever do anything for the show doc and is always pleasantly surprised by whatever the fucking news articles are because she doesn't do anything except work.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very year one.
It's that, but I quit the second job because I still want to be diplomatic about it.
She wants to be diplomatic.
I do. Publicly, I want to be diplomatic. Privately, there was a disconnect in priorities for the store and a mismatch of management styles, and I did not feel valued as a worker, and so I quit.
Okay.
And that's the most diplomatic way I can say it.
Okay. So first of all, what if I'm not interested in the most diplomatic way?
Okay. My manager was ill-prepared for the job.
Oh, yeah.
My district leader would not take the additional time out of her busy schedule to train him. And when I reported the issues, she did not take them seriously or did not address them. And so I quit. Also, my manager was training people incorrectly. So, here's that.
Oh.
That's the, less diplomatic way to say it. You still gotta talk to HR and stuff, so.
Tegan, you do not owe them an exit interview.
No, but I want to give them an exit interview because I'm really pissed. It was me and another employee who were having direct conversations with our district leader about the store manager's behavior. So my call was first, and it lasted a whopping 8 minutes and 43 seconds. And basically, my position was, at this point, because I've been talking to you about several of these store issues for a few months now, and I don't think anything has been done to correct them, or my manager has not taken those corrections into consideration for his daily tasking. I need out of the store because I'm not gonna deal with a bunch of loss prevention issues right around holiday, or I need to quit. First, she tried to say that my current manager was the one who developed me as a leader. And that's a big no, because number one, I was already developed as a leader at my other job. And number two, if anybody developed me as a leader at that job, it was my previous 2 managers and my previous assistant manager. So, and then I'm subbing, for all the other things I want to say. And then
Tegan, just go.
Said,
just be free.
No,
just let it loose.
I can't because
loose.
I still am going to talk to HR. I will, I assume, have talked to HR by the time the show comes out. I really hope I've talked to HR by the time the show comes out because I have opinions. And then she said that she wouldn't transfer me so close to holiday without there being a clear business need, and she felt this was more of a personal need. And I said, that's fine. Then please accept my 2-week notice from last week when I texted you. And she said,
I have a question. I have a question. The audience has a question.
What's the... Well, can I finish the story and then we will take questions?
Fine.
Okay. So then she said, well, I actually need it in writing. And I told her that I wasn't going to go into the store and take up a computer so I could send her a message on GSO because they could be helping guests at that point. And she said, no, it's okay. You can just handwrite it out and text me a picture. And I said, that's fine. And then I texted her the following, which I will now read to you from my phone because I took a picture of it, obviously, in order to send said text message. And it says, To who it may concern, as a transfer to another store is unattainable, please accept this as my 2-week notice effective immediately. My last day will be November 9th, 2019. As I am not listed on the schedule for the next 3 weeks, please note I have already left my store keys in the safe. While I have greatly enjoyed my time at GameStop, due to a difference in priorities at the store, I feel it is time for me to move on. Best wishes this holiday. Okay, now I will accept questions from the audience members. Brian, what is your question?
Okay, so what I
did keep my name tag, if that's what you're wondering.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I did take my my name tag. And all of the pins.
Am I going to talk now or what?
No, it's good. What's your question?
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that you told your district manager why you wanted to quit. And what your district manager said is, I hear what you're telling me, but I'm going to have a hard time spinning that, so I'm going to repackage it as something else.
Yeah, it seems like that.
Okay, whoever you are, I don't know who you are. What's their fucking name? Give me a name.
I'm not gonna.
All right, lie to me. Give me a fake name.
Karen Troutfisher.
Yeah, it's Karen Troutfisher.
Karen Troutfisher, get fucked. Like, completely, just get fucked, eat beans. Like, I don't even know what's fucking wrong with you. Like, it's like somebody understands that there is a fundamental systemic problem with one of their store. It's like they look at their arm and they're like, there's an abscess there, but this will end like that movie with Jared Leto. Like, fuck off. Just fuck. Oh, God damn it. Just the absolute. Oh. In summary, fuck capitalism. Like, it just. Oh, I'm sorry, Tegan. I hear exactly what you're saying, but what I'm telling you is that I'm going to write down something different because it would be much more time-consuming and difficult if I wrote down what you were actually saying, so I'm going to lie.
She was like, well, we need to have this discussion with the store leader, and I was like...
No, oh my God, what the fuck is...
Right.
Oh.
My attitude to that was literally like, I started telling you about these issues months ago. You did not address them. Or if you did address them, he has not taken the feedback. So, I have also talked to him in the store about why I think these things are important, but obviously he does not listen to me. And if you have followed up with him and he's still not listening, then there's a bigger problem here. And if you don't feel like addressing that right before holiday season, that's fine, but I also don't have to put up with that. And the other, stores that I wanted to transfer to are stores with leaders in them where I've already worked with them. And she was like, oh, so you just want to work with your friends this holiday? And I said, no, I want to work with people. I said, no, I want to work with people who respect my work ethic.
Oh my God.
I'm not having none of this, honestly. And I'm really done and I'm really tired. And I do find it interesting that, all the people who are reporting issues to the district leader are females in the store. So,
Rocky,
I don't know if that maybe has anything to do with it, but who knows?
Rocky.
Maybe it's just because our store was predominantly female, or maybe it's because there's an issue.
Rocky.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know whether I can break glass and use the C word.
I mean,
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't think that's fair to Karen.
Can Tegan break glass and use the C word?
I don't think Tegan's legally allowed to use the C word because she's baby.
She is baby, but it is also her right as an American. But I'm not sure if it's helpful or productive here.
Then I'm going to go as hard as I can. What a fucking dipshit. There's so many fucking... All right. This is a good opportunity. I want to talk about the 2 times I left that company, because I left that company twice.
Yeah, you left it once when it was Babbage's, right?
Yes. When I left it when it was Babbage's, that was young Brian is going off to college and therefore must now quit his high school job.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yep, which was a story of a place that was very formative to my youth. Leaving a place that meant a lot to me, and everyone there was family, and it was a thing that meant a lot, and it was a good parting, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much about my time there during that particular time I've talked about on the show, but when I would work Sundays at the store, after the store closed, the store manager, Dave, was wont to take me, and if there was somebody else scheduled Sundays, to Outback Steakhouse, which is still terrible, but whatever, and, like, ask us what was going on with us, and, like...
Oh, like hang out?
Well, it was more like...
Like a mentorship type of thing.
It was like, if it was me and frequently this other guy, Kevin, and he would ask us what's going on with us, and, like, me, he would tell me to work hard in school, and Kevin, he would tell him to, like, you know, work hard on the shit that was, like, took up the lion's share of his time, and it was, like, a good thing. And, like, if the weather was bad enough that, like, my mom was like, I'm not sure I can pick up Brian from work. Then, like, Dave would be like, oh, Mrs. Cartwright, I'll bring Brian home. It's no problem. And it was a place where, like, I did a lot of, like, learning what it means to be decent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And so then, of course, naturally, many years later, I romanticized that experience, and I attempted to go back. By that point, it was GameStop.
All right. And you didn't have to wear a tie anymore.
Mm-mm.
I did anyway. Because I was trying to go home again. Fair hmms all around. I worked with, at that point, a store leader who I, number one, knew from high school. And also knew from when I worked at Babbage's. She had also been like a weekend part-timer at the same time I was. And she was now, many years later, the store leader.
Mm-hmm.
However, the assistant store leader was an absolutely monstrous bitch.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. And she would do things that seemed designed to gaslight people, make people feel weird. I remember there was a time where she was like, oh, Brian, there's a transfer from this other store. Can you go pick it up and bring it back so that way we can sell it to this customer? And I said, sure, okay. So I drove all the way to this other fucking store. And they're like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? What transfer? At which point I drove back and assistant store leader was like, I never told you to go there. You've just been missing for an hour and a half. Yep. Yep.
That's kind of insane.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. I would do stuff like, whenever I was like on break, maybe like go outside, out front, hang out, talk on my cell phone, whatever. Because, you know, cell phones were hot. I had a flip phone. And then when I would come back in, she would say something like, you know you can't smoke in front of the store, right? And I'm like, well, that's great, because...
I don't smoke.
And I was literally not smoking. She's like, I saw you. You reek of cigarettes. Like, what are you talking about? What are you actually fucking talking about? And the other thing that she would do is she would just, like, ghost for hours at a time to, like, go hang out with her boyfriend at this coffee shop. And when she would do that, she would be like, I want you to ring up every third transaction using my ID.
What? That's actually illegal. Like, fuck that.
And if you need a manager override, here it is. And if Becca calls, just let her know I'm in the bathroom. And then wave to me at the coffee shop, and I'll come over and take a call.
Damn. I feel like that might be the reason GameStops don't have bathrooms anymore.
And so, when I quit the second time, and a district leader reached out, they said, from what I understand, you're quitting because you don't want to stop smoking in front of the store.
What? But how?
And that, for me, kind of like seared into my mind, like, the direction of the company's culture. And I was like, no, you fucking nitwit. This is literally a part-time job I have because of the affection I have for this company. And I have another job, which is my full-time job. Like, this is something I do because of, like, the way I feel about this company. And, like, I don't have to be here. So, like, this is not about me wanting to, like, smoke in front of the store. This is about me, like, wanting to escape a toxic environment. And then the district leader was like, okay, whatever. So what I'm hearing is you want to smoke in front of the store and you just won't listen to Abby. And I was like, okay, you know what? Do whatever you got to do. Fine. Fuck it. Later on, the store leader contacted me and was like, hey, I just had to write up you quitting as your fault, okay?
What? Why?
Tegan, the story of the contact from Karen Troutfisher is very resonant for me.
Mm-hmm.
Very fucking resonant. The same person who would go, like, just sit with her boyfriend for hours at the coffee shop one day just said to me, she's like, you're dressed like a Mormon. I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, why are you wearing a dress shirt and a tie here? You're dressed like a Mormon. I'm like, Jesus Christ, can you picture for a fucking second if I was a Mormon? Like, Jesus Christ. Oh.
I don't think you'd be at GameStop. Like,
well, he could be a Mennonite.
He could, well, I mean, it's just, I don't think you would want to work at GameStop because a lot of video games don't uphold those sorts of values. So, like, I don't know that, like, a truly devout Mormon would feel comfortable selling those games. It's not the same thing as being, like, Amish, Rocky.
Oh, I did confuse Amish and Mormons. Oh, fuck.
You did. You really did.
So that's the story.
But yeah, so I'm just, like, immensely disappointed in how my district leader has handled things. And I had already talked to HR earlier in the week, and she said to hear out what my district manager had to say. And I said, that's cool. Okay, I guess I can do that. And then, obviously, by the time she called me, HR was closed. And so I plan on having a follow-up call with HR on Monday anyway to let them know, hey, I did hear my district leader out, and basically what she said was bull, so I quit.
So, if you talk to anybody again, all you really need to tell them is, my district leader insisted that I have a conversation with my store manager in the room. Like, because that is the biggest crock of fucking shit I can possibly imagine. Like, that is amazing.
I know for a fact because, like, we're not supposed to talk about this, but obviously we're all talking about this. The other girl who had an issue did do the conversation with the store leader in the room, which I was not willing to do, which is fine. And I think the store leader took her concerns much more seriously because in, like, our 8-minute phone call, I didn't feel like the district leader was taking my concerns seriously, and I knew she wasn't going to do anything that I wanted to do to remedy this situation. So I just was like, all right, then I'm done. And she's like, and I was like, nope, I'm done. See ya, bye, I'm done. And so I feel like that made her, and I was like, if you don't take these concerns seriously, you will be hemorrhaging employees before holiday. And so she took the other call much more seriously. And I hope that it works out in their favor. But in the meantime, 2 of my previous store leaders who don't work under that district leader have reached out to me and said, hey, if you put in your application, like, today, I can have you hired at my store by Monday. They know I'm good work. They know I'm good people. I don't take stuff lightly. It's an insult. I've been absolutely insulted. It's dumb. Not handling it, not dealing with it. It's not my job to teach the store manager how to do his job.
Man.
Whatever. Not my problem anymore. So now I get to, like, spend my time playing video games, which is a thing that I've actually done this week. Amazing, right?
What have you been playing?
I played Luigi's Mansion. Luigi's Mansion came out a couple days ago, and I picked it up, and it's a lot of fun! Luigi's my favorite brother, and I figured out why. Every time something makes a noise and Luigi jumps, I also jump and throw everything I'm holding. So, like, we're connected spiritually. If I was gonna marry a Mario brother, I'd marry Luigi. He's a good man.
You heard it here first.
He's a good man, and he has a ghost dog that he pets and calls Puppy. Like, come on. He's good.
He is good. I was really on the fence about picking this up, mainly because I thought that Dark Moon was, like, very repetitive, and
Yeah, that's fair.
it felt like, so, you like Luigi's Mansion? Here's more Luigi's Mansion! But, you know, from the preview footage, it felt like there was more to this. Is there more to this?
It's great. I'm not super far. As you guys heard while we were waiting for all of the waveforms to look passable, I did just unlock Guigi, so I'm not, like, super far, but, like, yeah. Guigi makes some noises that I'm not fond of. It's like Jell-O passing through, like, a cheese grater, almost.
Oh, no.
Ugh.
Yeah, right? But it's a lot of fun. I played Luigi's Mansion, and then I started to replay Dark Moon to, like, gear up for it. To be like, yeah, okay, this is what it's like. I remember sort of the controls and how to, like, not look like a complete idiot when I'm running around. And honestly, it's more fun than both of those games.
Oh. Ooh. Ooh.
I had to suck a suitcase out of a ghost maid.
Out of a what?
A ghost maid, and how I did it was I attached a plunger suction thing to her and then slammed her on the ground a bunch of times. This game is stupid, Brian. It's stupid and it's fun.
I don't know if you just know what kind of demographic I am.
Mm-hmm.
But you realize that, like, the easiest bullet point to sell a game to me is this game is stupid.
Yeah, it's very stupid.
Ugh.
It's not like Untitled Goose Game stupid, but it is like good, clean Luigi fun stupid, and it makes me wish there was a Super Paper Luigi game really badly because I love Luigi. He's so
It
good.
would be a really good game.
You know,
Super Paper Luigi?
Yeah.
So by the time I got to the end of Untitled Goose Game,
Yeah.
that game is way too far up its own ass.
Is it? I thought it was supposed to be up its own ass. Is it not?
Where's the line, Brian?
Yeah, where's the line?
Okay, do you know what former U.S. Attorney General Edward Meese said about pornography?
Enlighten us, please.
Okay. He said, I can't define pornography, but I know it when I see it.
Oh, yeah, I am actually pretty familiar with that quote. Fuck. Edward Meese?
Yes.
Meese?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. I can't tell you when something gets up in its own ass, but I know it when I see it.
Okay,
Fair.
but we can't talk objectively about this. We're talking about video games here. I'm asking, when was the moment when you're just like, are you fucking kidding me, Goose Game? Like, where was that? That's what I want to know.
Oh, that's a fair question. Okay.
So, like, the key dramatic trigger of the game is this light piano.
Yeah, like Giorno's theme. I get it. There's a motif.
And it was when the game tried to work that organically into the world. It was like, oh, there's this fucking record player, and the goose can drop the needle on the record player to, like, play that light piano music that signifies that the goose is being an asshole.
Oh, okay.
I was like, this game has not earned any kind of, like, meta in-world interaction with, like, the game's own, like, systems. It's just, there are games and series that I think are allowed to comment on themselves, either because of the age of the series or because of the chops of the team involved. And, like, I just don't feel like the Goose Game has earned that. But if, like, the Goose Game wants to sit there, like, fucking wearing an ascot and, like, telling us that it's a serious game, then, like, I'm not going to sit here for it. I am not prepared to accept the idea that the Goose Game is serious business. Especially when, like, all the internet is doing is being like, okay, what if we were to mod the goose into Resident Evil 2 Remake?
You didn't like... Okay, Brian, I want to rescind a former anime recommendation. I don't think you'll actually like JoJo. I know it's definitely a different topic, but JoJo is a very fun anime and it does some smart things, but it is very much so up its own ass. And, like, I think if this was a thing that, like, turned you off to Goose Game, I don't think you're going to like that show.
Like, there's a very, like, okay, Evangelion was up its own ass, but I felt like it earned it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, I guess that here's the thing, Rocky. Like, I don't mind if something is up its own ass if it has the chops to back it up. So I feel like there's an outside chance that your JoJo might still be okay.
I don't know if JoJo will ever be okay, but I know what you mean.
I mean, you know.
You get what I mean.
I said that.
Yeah. JoJo seems to be this, like, transformative cultural work in, like, the same way that, like, a Pulp Fiction is, where it's okay that it's up its own ass because now everybody else is up its ass. So, it's fine.
But that's exactly what happened with Goose Game.
Okay. So, the amount of time that it took, like, how many years would you say it took for JoJo to get up everybody's ass?
Depends on who you ask. Because the original series was, like, a cult favorite, but it's no one's actual, like, favorite series. The second one is where it really took off, and, I think that came out, like, in the 90s?
Right.
And even then, it wasn't appreciated for, like, a couple of years. Like,
right.
It was only when, like, Stardust Crusaders came out, which is legitimately, like, one of the best anime ever made, which happened, I want to say, 2013-14, and then people started going back, and, like, they interacted with Battle Tendency. Battle Tendency ran from 87 to 89, and it was definitely not appreciated then.
So what you're saying is that JoJo needed to age in the oak barrels of anime consideration.
I mean, potentially.
I mean, that or, like, the cultural zeitgeist had to fucking do a whole transformation sequence, and TikTok had to be a thing.
Yeah, I think it's more of the culture changing on that end. Because, like, obviously JoJo didn't change, but the future JoJo's got better. Like, it's distilled the ideas that, like, Araki was putting together in the earlier series, but he neither had the language nor the technology to show them.
Okay. Then I guess let me reframe this as a different question related to the Goose Game.
Sure.
Do you actually believe Untitled Goose Game is of any lasting cultural impact?
That's not a good answer to that question. I'll just go ahead and say no.
Okay. What was the answer to the question?
No, but I think you do.
Wait, what the fuck is that?
That's what I said. It's not a good answer to the question.
Okay, you're right. It's not a good answer to that question.
I don't know what's going on anymore, so whatever. It's a great answer as far as I'm concerned.
It's not a good answer to that question because it is the exact opposite of the thing I think.
Okay.
I don't believe that Untitled Goose Game will have any kind of lasting cultural impact, but because of the nature of the tools available to people now, people are able to act as if something is important to them at the drop of a hat.
There is some truth to that. Sure.
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
Did you think that Sans Undertale was going to have any lasting cultural impact when Undertale first came out? Because I did not. Now he's fucking everywhere, and Toby Fox wrote, like, the fight theme for Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I don't know how I feel about that. I
feel like I work at an advantage from that.
Okay.
Because prior to Undertale coming out, I was at Camp Fangamer, but the 3 months before Undertale's release, sitting in a room with Toby Fox, perched atop a stool, being this absolute wild man.
Yeah, sounds about right.
And so, like, there was a chance to be like, this guy's a fucking star. I thought that guy was a fucking star. Whether I thought he was a star that transcended media and that Undertale was going to pervade other art was an entirely other story. Like, I thought Undertale was going to be a huge game. I did not think that Undertale was going to be the kind of thing that would be Kenny Omega's fucking entrance on Dynamite.
Well, also, Kenny Omega is a big video game stan.
He's a fucking nerd.
For Halloween! You can be fit and a nerd, guys. It's possible.
Yeah, we figured that out in the early 2000s. Like, it's just hitting the mainstream. Now it's meta.
He has wanted to do that for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, did you guys know that, like, Omega and Toby Fox they're boys, right? Like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, Tegan, Andrew Hussey and Toby Fox are boys.
Who's Andrew Hussey?
He's the guy that wrote Homestuck.
Yeah.
Oh, alright. Okay. Alright.
So, like, Toby Fox made Kenny's entrance for Wrestle Kingdom 13 back in January.
Okay.
And then New Japan Pro told Kenny he couldn't use the custom entrance.
Ooh, why?
Well, they were mad at him because he didn't resign.
Oh, sure.
And they're like, no, like, you can't do it. Tanahashi's winning. Fuck off. And so he released the entrance that Toby Fox made for him as a separate thing on the Being the Elite YouTube channel, which, like, features this, like, sequence where, like, you see, like, Kenny Omega working the counter at Super Potato.
All right, I guess.
Because he's a fucking nerd. And, like, this, like, dad and his kid comes in, and, like, this kid is, like, asking to buy this Famicom cart. And it's like, I want to buy Super Kenny! And, like, there's a game called Super Kenny, and you're like, oh, this is adorable. And then they show, like, some gameplay footage of Super Kenny. And it kind of, like, ends on a cliffhanger. And the fucking footage starts from the faux Undertale footage from Dynamite this week is a sequel to this, like, thing that, like, happened back in January from the not formally used New Japan entrance footage. And I'm like, oh my god, like, this is some, like, meta nerd shit. Because, like, the layers of things that are required for people to care about this are pretty intense.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, are you a Kenny Omega stan? Are you a Toby Fox stan? Do you like New Japan? Do you like AEW? Like, just... But what got me, I hope it gave you, like, a warm feeling, Rocky, was just how big a pop Kenny got coming out dressed as Sans in fucking Charleston, West Virginia.
I was actually also kind of big mad because, like, I have that Sans mask, but I didn't fit a light to it, and I know I could, and I just haven't done it. And I was just like, damn, look at Kenny Omega kicking my shit in. Let's go, I guess.
He called you out.
He really did.
Get fucking back at him.
Also, that jacket, like, the North Face fit is really clean. Like, that is a creative choice, because I just went for, like, the faux fur hoodie. But, like, to have, like, the rippled jacket was a very good decision. And I appreciated Kenny Omega.
It's an excellent, like, cosplay choice. I do agree with it.
It made the Bucks look lazy as shit.
Yeah, I did. Woo!
Was that who he wrestled?
He was in a 6-man tag team match, and his partners were the Young Bucks. And the Young Bucks came out as Ken and Ryu. And I was like, dude, we've seen these outfits.
Let him know, Brian.
We've seen them. We saw them in June. But, like, Kenny won the day. Like, I was just so happy to see, like, just Charleston, West Virginia absolutely just erupt. Just like, yeah!
For Sans Undertale, everyone's...
Yeah, and just, there's a very gross underestimation and mischaracterization that WWE does of Middle America. They make assumptions about the kind of people who live between the coasts. And they're like, these people are all this way. And it's like, no, they're fucking not. And there's an entire segment of people who are, you know, not being served by your product and are forgotten. Don't feel at home with what you have to offer. It's a small gesture, but Kenny coming out head to toe in, like, a good Sans cosplay on Wednesday, and then having 8,000 people lose their shit, kind of, like, demonstrated that pretty effectively. It was a good moment.
Mm-hmm. Wrestlers are nerds. Let's go.
Well, I mean, I do like the fact that wrestlers are nerds now, because it means that they're not, like, these guys, like, doing cocaine and shitting in suitcases.
True enough.
Every birthday that Ric Flair has is a gift because the guy destroyed himself, but lots of, like, young wrestlers are these fucking nerds who are like, it's Friday night! I'm gonna stay in and play Final Fantasy and make s'mores, and that means that we get to have them a lot longer. So I am all for wrestlers being huge nerds, because it's good for them and it's good for us. So, Rocky, I guess you saw the Sans bit from Dynamite?
Yeah.
Did you see any of the rest of Dynamite, or just that?
No, I just saw that.
Okay.
Like, it showed up in the feed. I wasn't actually watching the show.
Yeah. You guys hear about the bullshit associated with the latest Blood Money show that WWE put on?
No, but please tell me about it.
So, WWE put on a Blood Money show in Riyadh on Halloween, and apparently, on his way out of the country, Vince McMahon managed to tell somebody in the Saudi government, "Fuck you, pal."
All right.
Yeah, because that's
is he
a
still
choice.
Alive?
He is.
Okay. Good for him, I guess.
Because when you become a famous billionaire, that means that you're a person that the Saudi government can no longer kill indiscriminately.
Dang it.
Damn, I just want to be like an unknown billionaire. Can I do that?
But what that does mean, as soon as your private jet takes off, the Saudi government can then hold all of your employees and not let their plane take off.
Oh, Jesus, what?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So Vince told somebody in the Saudi government, "Get fucked." And, like, I think that the reason that he told someone to get fucked will probably make both of you really angry, so I'm going to go ahead and throw this stick of dynamite. Vince McMahon famously thinks that people who sneeze are weak.
All right.
I must be very weak then, because I have allergies.
And he calls them weak to their face and calls people who sneeze a pussy and that kind of thing.
Great.
Yeah,
I like him already.
Yeah.
So, like, I can't wait to watch his, like, capillary explode, like, in real life. Like, that sounds amazing.
And so, like, apparently somebody in the Saudi government sneezed around Vince McMahon, and he decided to, like, call them a pussy and all that kind of thing. And that's what happened. And so they're like, well, that's fine. How about we hold 200 people hostage? There was something on the order of, like, 80 or so on-screen talent, and then about 120 backstage talent who all boarded their aircraft. Then somebody from the Saudi government came aboard, you know, with guns and all, and said, "Hey guys, your plane's not taking off. Get fucked." Everybody had to deplane, at which point ... happens. I'm assuming that what ... is they extorted Vince McMahon, because they took everybody to a hotel. And then about 30 hours later, everybody got back on a plane. But yeah, so for about 30 hours, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia held 80 wrestlers and 120 television production personnel hostage.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Because Vince McMahon wanted to dunk on somebody for sneezing.
I mean, while dunking on someone for sneezing is especially bullshit and, like, incredibly lame, I don't think a justified response is holding 200 people hostage, and I think we should be mad at the Saudi government for this.
I mean, I think we should be mad at the Saudi government for a few things, but, like, you know, we can add this one to the list.
So, okay, Rocky, for a second, pretend you're a billionaire.
Sure.
Now continue to hold your own personal values.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he can do the same simultaneously.
Okay, but Tegan, you know, what he does immediately after this conversation is up to him.
Oh, okay.
Hypothetical Rocky billionaire could give billions to charity. He could do all kinds of things. He could lead speeches about changing the tax code, saying, "I want my money to be taken." Like, there's all kinds of things hypothetical Rocky billionaire could do. But in this moment, hypothetical Rocky billionaire is talking to a hypothetical Kingdom of Saudi Arabia worker, Brian Cartwright. Howdy.
Hey.
I work for the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. You might know us from such hits as fucking cutting up Jamal Khashoggi in the embassy in Turkey.
I've heard about that, yes.
You might also know us from such hits as taking control of a Hilton and putting political prisoners in it.
Yep. Heard about that, too.
You might also know us from such hits as stepping up the frequency of executions for people being gay.
I almost forgot about that one.
Okay, all right. Here's what we'd like to do. Can we offer you $55 million a year to put on a show in our country, and then we might, if we're so inclined, add a second show per year for another $55 million. Meaning that if everything goes well, over the course of 10 years, you stand to make about $1 billion in 10 years. Can you put aside all of your ethics and underwrite and support a series of shows that propagandize our government for that?
No thanks.
Okay, well, fine, get fucked.
Yeah,
I'll
whatever.
contact Dana White at UFC and see what he says.
Oh, sure, go ahead. Maybe that guy will go. That fucking dumbass.
But it fucking absolutely blows my mind. Like, how the fuck? Just, how? How? Like, you're absolutely right. Like, KSA deserves just about 100% of the... Like, they're the ones who held wrestlers hostage.
Yep.
But...
Vince McMahon definitely put them in that position by accepting this deal in the first place. Sure.
Yeah, that's kind of where... Like, I'll never accept this argument in the case of, like, gun violence or something like that. Like, well, they're the one who went over there, or, like, shit like that. But in this particular fucking case, you might as well label KSA on a map, there be dragons. Like, it's just... It just... How? Why? Why would you send hundreds of people for whom you are responsible for the personal welfare to the fucking Kingdom of Saudi Arabia? Like, why?
Why would you let them leave after you? Also.
Yes,
Yeah, make sure
that
they go
too.
first.
Like, this whole, like, Vince is on his own personal jet, and he's like, all right, everybody, get fucked! And, like, I just see the voice bubble as the plane takes off. Even better, apparently Brock Lesnar was on his own personal plane, too. And then there was a third plane, which was for Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan, which raises serious questions.
Hell yeah, brother.
Ugh. Because neither of those guys, like, have bank accounts that say, I own a plane, because of the amazing way they've managed their finances through their lives.
Well, didn't Hulk Hogan get a lot of money off of that sex tape, like, suing or whatever?
Oh, when you collapse a company, you don't really get the money, you just collapse them.
Oh. I mean, I guess.
Christ. It just occurred to me that Hulk Hogan collapsing a company is relevant to one of our fucking stories this week. What are you gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on Gawker Media? How? How do you enter into that kind of fucking agreement with a country known for killing people and then go there and tell some guy you're a fucking pussy because you sneezed? How do you do that? How do you do those things?
You have enough money that you don't have to care. I want so much money that I don't have to care, but I want to still care. Can I do that?
It is a possibility. It just takes a lot of work.
I'm willing to put in that effort.
And a lot of luck.
Oh, I don't have very good
Definitely
luck, but I
luck.
am willing to put in the effort.
Find a lucky person and then, like, hit your hard work together or something. I don't know.
That sounds
It's an
like a
idea.
plan.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have better news.
What's that?
Well, like, better stuff going on, I guess. So the big Yorha patch came through, and we did the Yorha raid, and I have some thoughts. So our stand-in character introducing us to the world of Yorha is 2P, who is just like a reverse palette swap of 2B. Like, she wears a white outfit and has black hair.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, there's a mine on the edge of, like, the world that we've entered that hides, like, the copied factory. And there's an interesting thing about this particular 24-man dungeon is that there are, like, a billion AoEs, so you just gotta, like, learn to dodge everything, so it's just a dance. But unlike other 24-mans, your success is not tied to, like, how the other groups interact, with the exception of, like, how much damage they put out. So everyone still has mechanics that they have to deal with, but previously, for example, there'll be, like, 3 groups of 8, and, like, one group has to stand on a thing, otherwise, like, the Group C can't damage the boss, etc. So there's like a lot of like interconnected mechanics usually in 24-mans. But in this one there isn't. Like everything is focused on just like surviving, which I think is really different because like this one was actually pretty fucking hard. Usually like 24-mans are a breeze, but this time like people would like routinely die in like entire 8-mans. But as long as there was one group like out there still hitting the boss, then like you could get through it, which is kind of cool. I don't know if that's like a change in how they're going to design the encounters going forward because we're supposed to get 3 of these. Also, another thing that was different is that after you like cleared the dungeon, the story quest allowed you to like freeform explore the place like an RPG.
Ooh.
Which is something that I didn't think they were going to do because, you know, one of our Nier stands, they were really excited about doing the stage like really slowly so that you could like take in like the environment and whatnot. And it's actually a really beautiful place. And there's a lot of like interesting stuff, but like the freeform exploration has like secrets that you can run around and find, which is also new, which I hope they run through the whole thing.
Okay.
So there's like bonus lore stuff that you can like pick up. Like you have, what are they called? They're like weapon notes and like other things.
Yeah.
I'm sure you know by now, but like 9S makes an appearance like at the end of the first dungeon. And he's an antagonist. He definitely tries to kill you while on like an octopedal like fucking...
Why is he trying to kill you? What'd you do to him?
We showed up, Tegan,
what did you
right?
do to him? You did something. That's my son. What'd you do?
Also, specifically, I think he was trying to kill 2P.
Okay. What does the P stand for?
Not sure yet, but like they haven't gotten that far. It's probably going to come up like in the later dungeons because this like quest is like an extended thing. They'll put out like another 24-man every 3 months or something. No, it's longer than that. Maybe 4 or 5, whatever. But we got the first 24-man, and that came out. And it's a cool fight. The fashion is all, like, urban biker chic, which is really cool. And there is a coffer that just straight up gives you the 2B outfit. So, like, and the 2B outfit isn't gender-locked, which I think is really interesting.
Yes. Good. Good.
Let me see. What else was there? And, like, 9S has a card so far. Because, you know, triple triad is a thing in Final Fantasy XIV. And so every time you clear a dungeon, like the final boss of a dungeon has a triple triad card that you can take or that you can get as a drop. Since 9S was the first card, 2B is going to be a card later down the line. But I'm interested to see who the third card will be. There is a floating robot minion, which is good. And Weight of the World Prelude is like the first orchestrion role. But it's also the... music when you fight against 9S. So yeah, Yorha looks like it has a lot of really good potential so far. I'm gonna hold out until like I see the second dungeon because Shadowbringers is very like I guess like accessible as far as the Final Fantasy XIV content goes. I expect it to become more cooperative as we go along, but this one is mostly just everybody shows up, dodge your stuff, hit your buttons, try not to die. And the boss fights were adequately large and, like, interesting. One of which where you actually literally fight, like, 100-foot tall mech. So there's that. The Hades Extreme came out, which is also a different kind of extreme. Because, like, it has a handful of DPS checks. So, like, it's separated into 4, like, distinct phases. And they're, like, punctuated by particular mechanics, and you just have to survive the mechanic and get the boss down to a certain health level, and then it kind of resets as, like, a different mob or whatever, and then you have to fight it down again until you get to the last one. And it rehashed a lot of, like, the intermediate mechanics that existed previous to this expansion. So it looks like that they're really starting to build towards something, considering that we're only at 5.1. And I think it's because they're using some of the more complicated mechanics like now that we're probably going to get crazier stuff down the line. So we might even get something as complicated as Hello World, which is like a super complicated series of mechanics that infuriated even the Raider player base. And so,
Having something called Hello World in a raid that's centered around a bunch of androids and machines is like top tier, though. Like, I mean,
God.
honestly, top tier.
I'm be excited for like the future of Final Fantasy 14, and like the Ultimate Alexander stuff hasn't come out yet because that's coming out 5.11, which I'm not sure if that's this coming week or the week after. I'm not day one ready for Alexander. I'm not geared for it, but I do want to do it at some point.
So it's interesting to hear all this like enthusiasm and passion around Final Fantasy 14 in a week where Blizzard was hoping to get everyone's forgiveness and interest, and instead just got everyone's casual disdain.
They were trying to get everyone's interest by giving Genji a hoodie, right? Is that the thing?
They also gave a fake apology and like caved and announced Diablo 4.
Oh, okay.
Also, Diablo Immortal still isn't out yet. like it's not. I don't even think it's the early access or whatever the fuck they were doing is out. Like, they definitely, like, you know, retreated on that one. After, you know, yelling the famous line, "Don't you guys have phone?"
It's so weird that, like, we've reached this position where it feels like, as far as MMOs go, the zeitgeist and willingness for the ongoing engaged customers to continue to spend money, Blizzard sits something like 4th on that chart, which is wild. You know, there's Final Fantasy XIV and Black Desert and Elder Scrolls Online, and all those customers are very, very happy. And it felt like contextually very telling to have Blizzard stand on a stage and in all seriousness say like, "Okay, now you can make black people."
Whoa! Whoa! They what?
Well,
it's not a direct quote, but yeah.
But wow! What?
And you're like, and you check your chronometer, and you're like, "Chronometer, what year is it?" And chronometer says, "It is 2019. And you're like, "Chronometer, should someone be bragging about the ability to create black avatars in 2019?
No.
No, that should not be a big deal. It is a default
should
expectation."
Be a default. Ah, what? Wow. Lord.
And at least Nintendo understood that with Animal Crossing, they should not try and turn it into a bullet point. They should not try to be like, "And now with more black people." That they should just fucking do it and then let it exist because it is an expectation. Meanwhile, here's Blizzard, which is like, "Have you seen that we've added black and Asian features for the human race in Warcraft? We're really proud of it." You're like, "First of all, isn't Warcraft over 10 years old?" And they're like, "Well, yeah, it is." It's like, "So you just figured that out?" They're like, "Well, we didn't actually figure it out, but we got enough surveys that said so,
Well, like, we just didn't think black people and Asians played our games. Like, it's like, okay, all right, guys.
All right.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to have a sigh that sounds like 1,000 sighs at once?
We do have the technology.
Can we get that tech going? Because, like, man.
Yeah,
Blizzard, I'm not entirely surprised, but I am disappointed.
Blizzard also relented and showed us the Diablo 4 and let us know that Diablo 4 will be like every other open world game. They also told us that StarCraft 2 and Heroes of the Storm are consigned to the very special Get Fucked section of the Blizzard launcher.
Yeah, this is about right.
And then they struck a chord with Brian.
Yeah? Did they? What'd they do?
They had some things to say about Hearthstone. Friends, Hearthstone's been a mess for a long time. It has felt like the game has been directionless for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But they rolled out a series of announcements at BlizzCon that they thought would make us horny. Announcement 1 was, what is the final expansion for this year? It's called Descent of Dragons. And it has some stuff in it that people wanted. It also has some stuff in it that people are indifferent to and didn't want. So we'll see. It's like it's 120 or so card expansion. 32 cards got revealed at BlizzCon. We'll see. They introduced a new keyword. The keyword is invoke. Invoke kind of feels like play on the previous Cthulhu mechanics. So the jury's out here. The other thing that they did, and I think the thing that Rocky knew would set my shit off, was they're like, hey everybody, who's up for a little Hearthstone auto chess? You want to make auto chess to prop your game up? Fine. You want to make auto chess to prop your game up and then pitch it as a raid mechanic? Not fine.
What?
Oh.
What? How does that work?
They're like, it'll take 8 players. I'm like,
No, it will not. It will not. It is auto chess. It needs 2 players. One player to be one part of the chessboard and the other player to be the other part. 2. Not 8. Fuck that.
I hate it. It's stupid. I feel like our listeners might be missing out because I don't think any one of us are religious Overwatch players because I think those people got burned the hardest.
Mm-hmm.
Essentially being told, please pay $60 for the next Overwatch update. This idea that like Overwatch 1 and Overwatch 2 won't have distinct multiplayer hoppers. So you could very well be thrown into an Overwatch 1 map against Overwatch 1 players, raises the question, well, then what the fuck even is Overwatch 2? And it's like, well, it's an idea to charge you $60 for 2 new characters, a P versus E mode. Just, I don't even know. It's weird because, like, there wasn't really much I needed from BlizzCon this year, but I needed for Overwatch 2 to be a different game, and I needed for them to own the shit they did around their capitalist need to kneel before the Chinese government. But they didn't do either of those things.
Of course not, because they're still kneeling to the Chinese government.
That's happening right now.
In summary, those wrestlers got out of Saudi Arabia and fuck everything. Like,
Your Ho is pretty cool.
Luigi's Mansion's fun, you should play it.
Brian, I think he might be into the wrong game.
Yeah, Brian, you should come be in the games that I like. The ones by Nintendo. Nintendo's good.
Oh, God. Not again.
Nintendo may not be my friend, but they did release Luigi's Mansion, and it has been a great time.
Is this the part where Tegan insinuates I don't like Nintendo's products because I don't stand for them as a company?
No, but it's just that you're not playing them, and obviously you need one right now.
You could use a Nintendo game, my guy.
Might I recommend to you Luigi's Mansion 3?
One second.
Man. I still gotta pick up Wii Fit Adventure. Not Wii Fit Adventure.
Okay, I have a kind of off-topic angry yelling to do.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
This should go quickly. So, Apple rolled out this Apple TV Plus thing yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I mean, we do talk about TV, so that seems okay.
Are you mad at the Emily Dickinson show?
I'm mad at the fact that they made no easy way for me to watch this show on my television.
What?
But
It's Apple TV.
So, I was like, Apple TV, that seems wild. I'm interested in, like, at least 3 of these shows, like, a lot. You know, I wanted to watch the Emily Dickinson show. I wanted to watch For All Mankind. I wanted to watch The Morning Show. I didn't really want to watch Jason Momoa is Blind, but, you know, whatever. So, I go to Apple TV, I sign up, and I'm like, all right, let's do this thing. And so then I sit down in front of my Xbox, and I'm like, well, I guess there's no app yet. Let me go to tv.apple.com and log in so that way I can start watching this shit.
Uh-huh.
At which point, tv.apple.com is like, your device is not an Apple device. get fucked on television playback.
So what you're saying is Apple is going to be releasing an Apple TV with which to watch Apple TV?
Well, they have an Apple TV.
Right.
But what they would like for me to do is buy that in order to consume their subscription service.
Oh,
You
you
know
mean
what,
like you
though?
don't already have Apple TV?
I see. Okay. So you need the Apple TV to watch Apple TV.
It's
Yeah,
not
and I
just a
was like-
subscription service. Okay.
Good news for you, Brian. Tom Nook will sell you an Apple TV
Oh, shit.
for like 1,600 bells. And it is also shaped like an apple.
You mean a TV that's shaped like an apple?
Yeah, an
Yeah.
Apple TV. That's what you need, right? It's part of the fruit set.
Tegan, that's charming.
Yeah, thanks. I try to make people happy.
I can't even
Did it work?
I can't even pop the balloon of that joke.
That's
with
because
a
it's
needle.
good. It's cute. It's cute and small and I'm baby.
Well, none of that's true, but I am absolutely mortified that Apple won't let me give them money because I'm not giving them enough money.
They want you to give them more money. It's never enough. It goes into the void. They're paying a dragon. Don't you understand? They're paying a dragon.
There are launching within the next several months at least 3 new television services, all of which have hot new must-see TV programming on them. Like, this fucking Dickinson show looks fucking incredible. I mean, Wiz Khalifa is a ghost. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, shout outs to the skinny legend.
Put that in my eyes. Toby Huss is her angry dad. Toby Huss is the best angry dad. And then, like, in a week and a half, fucking Disney is launching Disney Plus up your ass. And then, like, shortly after the new year, we've got to deal with, like, HBO Max. And, like, I'm kind of back to the place where I'm just like, do I just start stealing television again?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Brian, let's plan the great television heist of 2020. We can Ocean's 11 this shit. It'll be great. We'll call all the boys back together.
I've just been so used to not stealing television for so long, you know? But it feels like 10 years ago, I'm like, I'm cutting the cord, fuck you. And, like, TV has finally caught up to me and is like, no, sir, fuck you. And I'm like, oh, I need 19 different streaming services now. Fuck
Yeah,
me.
because you like stuff. Stop liking stuff.
No way. I'll
just
stop liking
wanna-
stuff when I'm dead.
I just want to see sassy Emily Dickinson. She's sassy.
She is sassy, yes.
Yeah, and, like... I don't know. I'm feeling
Fair. No. What are the feelings? Uncork them.
I want the Disney service because I like Disney movies and I don't want to buy the Disney movies. But I want to watch them. I want to watch, no buy. Only watch.
What if I told you that Disney offered a service that they billed as all of their movies ever, and then when you said, hey, Disney, you're going to have this movie on day one? They're like, what are you talking about? Get fucked.
So what you're saying is I should wait until they actually have all of the movies ever.
I don't think that's ever going to happen, Tegan, but I think that if you want, like, popular movies from the last 15 years, a highlight of their popular movies from before that, and brand new TV that they insist you watch, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be
Like-
fine then.
I was like, oh man, hot new Disney streaming service. I can't wait to watch The Scarecrow of Romney Marsh. And they're like, what are you talking about? Get fucked. I'm like, okay. Well, if I can't watch that, can I watch Victory Through Air Power? And they're like, no. Get fucked.
Can I watch Peter Pan?
Tegan, you're fine. Have you considered watching The Mandalorian?
I just want to watch Peter Pan.
What about The
13
Mandalorian?
times in a row.
Tegan, we have The Mandalorian.
What's The Mandalorian?
It's a Star War, but a TV series.
Right.
But I don't like Star Wars.
Boba.
Tegan, do you like The Marvel?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay, well, we have the Marvel shows.
Okay, I could watch the Marvel.
Yeah.
I could at least watch can I watch the Spider-Man? And the Thor. Those are the Marvels I like.
Well, Tegan,
Dumbass and smartass. That's who I like. Can I watch
Tegan,
them?
There's lots of exciting Thor films on our service.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, there's like 2.
I'd argue 1, Rocky, but I see your point. Infinite television and infinite combinations. You guys want to talk about news?
I mean, I don't, but I will.
Sure.
Hey, everybody. If this feels like an ad break, it's because it is. This is me, Brian, your host, talking about Patreon. I'm sure that Tegan and Rocky feel lied to, and they say, this is normally where we immediately talk about the next story. And I say, well, I want to talk about Patreon before people tune out before the end. We have a Patreon now. It's at patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast. We'd like if you gave money to it. Right now, we don't even get enough money in our Patreon to buy a lap dance. So, I'd like to put it to you, potential patrons. Buy Impossible Coin a lap dance.
Please don't buy us a lap dance.
Tegan.
Please don't do that. No, buy us anime and wrestling instead.
Okay. Buy us the equivalent monetary value of a lap dance, which we will then spend on anime and wrestling.
Yeah! Responsibly.
Because, here's the poop. We're going to end up buying these things anyway, because we want to produce the best possible content for you. So, we would be less horse-fucked if you helped out. If by going to patreon.com/Impossible Coin Podcast, there's lots of cool stuff you can get there. You can check out some additional content that we'll make just for our patrons. You can take a look at our show docs. You can get advertising super cheap on this show. So, there's some real opportunities. So, think about it. Get on in. We'll appreciate it. On that note, who wants to talk about the collapse of popular media?
Who, what now?
What?
Okay.
Can you explain to me that connection, Brian?
So, there's not really a connection. It's just a bad segue. So,
oh, okay.
By all means, give us money. So, there is a company called GeoMedia. And GeoMedia is a company that was created by a venture capital firm when they bought up the leavings of Gawker Media. So, what had happened was there was Gawker. Gawker went bankrupt because of the Hulk Hogan lawsuit. After they went bankrupt because of the Hulk Hogan lawsuit, they got bought by Univision, and then after Univision got out, they sold to this conglomerate owned by the investment firm called GeoMedia. So GeoMedia has been kind of homogenizing all of their media holdings. And part of the problem with GeoMedia is that they are adhering to some very, very old and disproven ideas about what gets people to engage on the internet. The fella who is the CEO of GeoMedia is someone called Jim Spanfeller.
That's a name.
His biggest contributions to the internet are twofold. One, he was a guy who believed that the pop-up ad was viable for customer engagement. And two, the idea of having unpaid people contribute blog articles and not vetting them was something he did when he was running Forbes.com, which is what effectively turned Forbes into the joke it is today, where you get handed a Forbes link and go, oh, Forbes link. Because the whole gimmick of Forbes.com is that for as long as they could, they traded on what used to be Forbes' reputation until people figured out that what Forbes was now was just endlessly unsourced and unvetted blogs.
Like Atari.
Yup. So, flash forward, Spanfeller, previous failed CEO of Forbes, is now currently the failed CEO of Geo Media. And Geo Media includes a website that we will lean on in our coverage, which is Kotaku, because they have probably, I think, would it be fair to call Schreier our favorite when it comes to games coverage?
I think Heather's actually my favorite, but I do really like Schreier. Trust the guy.
Okay. So, one of Geo Media's websites, Deadspin, started having like these automatic ads on their website that would pop up with sound. And the same was true across all Geo Media sites, but when the various Geo Media sites messaged to their readers about these unwanted ads, Deadspin added a little something extra, which was they told their readers that they had been told to stick to sports.
Okay.
Yeah. And that doesn't really cut it. Deadspin's Twitter, which was not directly under the control at the time of Geo Media, published a series of screenshots that showed before and after for the Deadspin front page after this directive. They're like, here's the here's before the stick to sports directive, and here's after the stick to sports directive. And so Geo Media responded by firing just about every writer at Deadspin. Now, all of the writers at Geo Media are unionized. So this has led to some very serious questions about like what this means for the writers who are at other Geo Media outlets in the wake of this bloodletting at Deadspin. You know, just under a day ago, Jason Schreier put on his personal Twitter a link to an article that he wrote for Kotaku called Blizzard Announces Diablo 4. What he wrote about the article on his personal Twitter doesn't have much of anything to do with Diablo 4 and is entirely about his fallen comrades at Deadspin.
Also, I do want to say Deadspin's editor got fired and the writers quit in protest.
Yep. And the remaining writers at Geo Media have all changed their pictures on Twitter to the GMG Union logo. So it feels like we're in the moments before like a walkout across this entire company, which Schreier has indicated that he is essentially prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, hey, to all of the gamer gators out there who are like salivating at the idea of me leaving Kotaku, like I know how to code, I know how to build a web page, like get fucked. I'm kind of curious as to like how you guys feel about this, because like the thing is that like the way that Geo Media has kind of like insidiously infiltrated just about every corner of like the web for places that people go for media coverage is kind of a very real thing. And it feels like people might not even be aware, unless they're the kind of person who observes media, that Geo Media has replaced the websites that they love with like more ads for Tide. So like, I don't know if either of you guys followed Deadspin at all, if there were any writers at Deadspin that you cared about. Like, it feels incredibly timely. Also, like, there was a new season of BoJack Horseman that came out last weekend, which I binged in the course of about 12 hours.
Well, it's only half of it. The other half's supposed to come out in January or whatever.
Yeah. And, like, one of the targets of this half season of BoJack was Geo Media in the form of a company called White Whale. There's a scene where one of the protagonists of the show finds out that the website that she's been working at for years has been bought out by a company called White Whale, which is when they have a character on screen announce the lineage of the company. obviously supposed to be Geo Media. So I just kind of want to like get how you guys feel about this in general, whether you guys have any like horses in the race as far as like Deadspin goes, how you feel about it in the context of Kotaku, and how you feel about it in the context of like general media welfare. I know this feels like wider than our normal scope, but considering that Geo Media probably is pulling the purse strings on the most widely referred to and reliable media outlet that currently covers video games, this felt like something we should cover.
Okay, so journalism is in a weird space in the world that we live in right now, because journalism in and of itself, when done responsibly and ethically, isn't especially profitable. Like, journalism does not create its own profits very well. Be that as it may, journalism has an important place in our world, whether it fits into things like politics and creating an informed electorate, or in just conveying the truth of the world around us by people who are looking for it. In that context, journalism is still inherently valuable, even if it's not profitable. And there are definitely companies like Geo Media that try to increase the profitability of these sites, even at the cost of its other value, and it never goes well for anyone involved. Like, I don't think Geo Media putting the squeeze on these publications to try to make more money is ultimately going to make them more money.
Right.
And they are going to actively destroy the things that these outlets do well, which is report what's going on in the world around us. And the people that are doing it, the people who are actually doing the valuable work here, understand this, and the staff at Deadspin are definitely doing the right thing by getting away from this. And it is a very good idea to find out how we can support these people, interacting with the writers on Twitter, trying to find out what they're doing next, where they're going to land, supporting their work where it comes out, whether that be through like clicks or like paying for publications, or even, you know, like I know Schreier has a book that he's been working on that's supposed to come out soon. Because these people doing this work is still valuable, and it will continue to be valuable even if you can't measure that value in dollar signs. And I liked Deadspin, but to be honest, I didn't follow it that closely. I did think it was especially bullshit how they came out to say that the sports publications were the ones that were actually doing the real lifting, and like the staff has just been goofing around for the rest of it. Because otherwise, why has Deadspin been putting out these articles about non-sports stuff for like 5-7 years now? Did they really just assume that they've been fucking around and that they're just wasting time writing these? Like, it's obviously popular. That's why they do it. Like, Jesus, everybody does performance-based metrics. Like, holy shit.
Probably one of my favorite active writers in media right now, I guess, was until this week a Deadspin writer, David Bixenspan. And David Bixenspan is, I guess, to use shorthand that might be easy for our listeners to follow, Bixenspan is kind of the Jason Schreier of wrestling. He's got the poop. He distributes the poop when necessary. And he does not fire unless it is responsible to do so. And he's done interesting articles which are like outside of sport, and they were always like these like very, very thoughtful, very interesting pieces that are like dives into the writer's mind. And the whole Geo Media thing has made me think about how probably one of the 20th century's most popular sports writers was somebody who famously just spent most of his time fucking off, which was George Plimpton. Like, George Plimpton, you know, built a career around sports journalism and literary criticism, but like most of his time was spent fucking off. Like, he would do something which was like, by all measure, exhaustively self-indulgent, exhaustively about himself, and then turn it into a book. Like, Plimpton, entirely unqualified, contacted the Detroit Lions and was like, Detroit Lions, may I attend your training camp for your professional football team? And they let him do it. Which meant that we got this, like, very, very interesting, like, book-length perspective about what it's like to, as an everyman, entirely unqualified, surrounded by people who know that you're entirely unqualified, go to a place where you're unqualified. Which was more about that experience than the experience of, like, going to Lions training camp. And he had, like, a whole series of, like, writing, which was this, like, idea of, like, putting his perspective first and making his perspective the most important thing about the stuff that he was writing. Like, writing a book about the way fireworks are set off and then making about him setting off fireworks. And, like, the very best writing that was being published on the websites owned by Geo Media, you know, whether it was by Schreier or Bixenspan or John Teddy or Heather Alexandra, was rooted in the perspective of the writer. And I don't know whether most of the internet either has the energy or awareness to react to these changes to these websites that they love, because it's entirely possible that, like, we might be in a future where websites have box scores and, you know, tied ads, or movie reviews boiled down to a score and tied ads, or video game reviews tied to a score and then tied ads. Like, I just don't know. Like, I don't know if the modern internet consumer is savvy enough to know when the website they love has been taken over by creeps. So,
I think they know. They just go somewhere else. Like,
where do they go?
Well, you gotta make that place first. That's the actual problem. Like, they're conquered, and the conquered try to reform elsewhere. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't.
It is definitely easier when it is not a commercial enterprise. When you're just trying to get people to leave NeoGAF and go somewhere else, you don't have to worry about making a business work. But
it's important that journalists eat, man. That's how they have the energy to write.
Yeah. What the fuck else is going on?
Well, Niantic CEO is shilling game addiction right now. And the Niantic CEO had an interview with CNBC where he talks about the dangers of gaming addiction and differentiates Pokemon Go as a product from traditional video games, which it isn't. Like, it's not a traditional video game. But we have a couple quotes from him that I find a bit problematic. I would really look at our games as an alternative to traditional video games because they're designed to be played in small doses as you're moving around outside, and they're meant to be played together with people in real life. They're really the antithesis of sitting at home isolated, sedentary with a screen. And, like, that particular quote bothers me because it still, like, gives credence and power to the idea of, like, the basement dweller gaming boogeyman. And while that person is definitely real, they don't exist because of video games, and video games isn't what gives them their power. Like, I mean, video games have been social experiences for as long as video games have been around. And while video games are mostly played sedentary, there are a growing number and examples throughout video games history that are not. And what he's doing, and I hate to use this phrase, is that he's trying to sell, like, Pokemon Go to normies by throwing, like, other people that play video games under the bus. And, well, basically he's just defending the Pokemon Go product in its current state.
Yeah.
And
it feels like a straw man argument if it ever strawed. Like, just please buy Pokemon because it's not these other things. Like,
right.
Fuck that.
But So once again, this is important because this article ran in like NBC, and NBC ordered an esports sitcom that's going to come out in 2020. Also, this past weekend, well, the weekend before, I guess now, kayfabe, whatever, they had Chance the Rapper do a skit on SNL about esports, specifically about League of Legends player, where he's just like the lost reporter that doesn't know anything about esports, thoroughly unqualified, and he's there talking about it from like his layman's perspective, and it's just like, yeah, it's just like 10 dudes just sat down and like played a video game for a couple of hours, and like I had people like screaming in the concert like they just saw like Prince or something. It's like, I guess like esports, what was going on with white and Asian kids when black kids were inventing hip hop, you know what I mean? And like this is all running on NBC. Like I think this is definitely like teasing out like what kind of tone that they can use for this show, because this show is something that they're going to try to sell in a year's time.
Something else that kind of like bothered me about that particular skit was that it was a sequel to...
Oh yeah, the hockey one.
Yeah, the hockey one. And so like Chance has actually played that particular character before in the context of like it is such a niche fucking skit. Like there are jokes inside of jokes inside of jokes inside of jokes about like the way media works. Okay. So to set the fucking table for this like joke inside of a joke inside of a joke, when you rent out Madison Square Garden to put on your event, there is a certain number of reporters and production staff that you have to hire that are part of Madison Square Garden's on-staff production team. You're broadcasting from the Garden. You have to use...
Our people, yeah.
Our people for something. So you're doing a goof about the Madison Square Garden team and the fact that like there's stuff that they're woefully unprepared for. But then you're taking that goof and you're making the goof first about like, ha, here's Chance the Rapper. He's completely unequipped to deal with hockey because he's black, ha. And like, well, that's shitty. And then along comes, ha, here's Chance the Rapper. He's completely unequipped for League of Legends because he's black, ha. And why does everything make me tired?
Is it because you're old, Brian?
No, like, I mean, to be honest, a lot of these like activities are like particularly draining, and this is what I'm talking about. This interview with like this CEO of Niantic, that SNL skit, are like designed to like wear us down so that what they ultimately end up doing for the 2020 esports show will be like, oh, NBC has been running this like gag for a year and a half all over its programming. This is just how NBC feels about esports. Like what they're doing is putting up red flags to warn people what's coming. Because like the pilot's been filmed. They've just picked a date, like it's going to be a year out. Like they are going to quote clean up whatever it is, but like they're adjusting for tone. Like this is not an accident. Like they're doing this on purpose.
Man. And man.
It's okay, Brian. Take your time.
Yeah, dude, whatever. It's cool. No, okay. So I'm really worried about this esports thing, especially that I'm going to watch it for 6 episodes. But when I got the announcement, I definitely felt bad about both. But Rick Fox is supposed to be on this one. You know what I mean? And the options for like esports related like sitcom programming, which sounds like something that should extremely be my shit. My choices are between CBS and like NBC. What the fuck is that? Oh, wait, no, there's another one. No. What was it? The guy from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia did a show, because remember, he announced it at E3, like on Ubisoft stage, where he's like the CEO of like an emerging game or something, and he's just a dick. Does anyone remember that? Please tell me this isn't just some weird fever dream I had.
No, you're absolutely right, but like, I don't think we know what the distribution outlet is for that show yet.
Right. But yeah, there's also that. And like, for some reason, what's getting greenlighted about these
Greenlit.
Yeah, you're right, greenlit. What's getting greenlit about these video game related stories are just like shitting on gamers, because that's what the people who have the money are sure that they can sell.
Yup.
And maybe they have a point, because like Video Game High School definitely got funded entirely through Kickstarter for 3 seasons, but whatever. And the guild ran for 6 years, but outside of making Felicia Day famous, I'm not really sure it made a lot of money.
It sure did make Felicia Day famous, though.
Yes, it really fucking did.
God.
And so, like, this is definitely, like, huge step that looks like it's industry-wide going in the opposite direction. I thought, like, the tech bros had money and shit. And, like, I mean, there's definitely stuff like fucking Silicon Valley, where like the tech bros are just like, they're smart, but they're like goofy as shit, and that makes them fun to watch. But man, I feel like we should just be past this already, and maybe we just haven't done the work. Maybe I'm skipping some steps.
Whew. Because when all this esports TV news broke and was terrible, I tweeted what I thought was a clever summary of a hypothetical ABC esports show.
Yep.
Which I will now share with y'all. The ABC esports show will feature Jim Parsons drinking a glass of diarrhea as a They Might Be Giants song plays whilst Will Wheaton shouts jump jets over and over. Next fall, it's League of LOL, a multi-camera laugh track hellscape, here to remind you, laugh at nerds, not with nerds.
Yeah. Also, I think that's a CBS show. Like, I mean, if they weren't going to do Fortnite. But, I mean, they're going to do fucking Fortnite.
You know, Brian, I was with you until the diarrhea, and then I thought, this is a CBS show.
Well, also because, like, Will Wheaton was, like, on Big Bang Theory, like, every month or whatever, right? He knows the Lauries. Fuck, that guy knows the Lauries. He probably drinks with them, the fucking asshole.
Why?
I would accept the invitation, right, to go drink with the Lauries, but then I would, like, pour my drink on it and, like, light it on fire. Like, if I could do that once, I think I'd be okay with the consequences. But just once, right? Like, fuck.
I would go, but I would bring a, like, famously bad guest with me and be like, oh, God, like, who are history's worst social offenders? Ring, ring. Like, Randy Orton, what are you doing? Like,
No, I know exactly who you bring.
Who do you bring?
Logan Paul.
Ooh, that's a good choice. That is a very good choice.
Ooh, it's sumptuous.
Bravo, Tegan.
You're welcome. I only have like 2 good ideas a show, and that's one of them.
Tegan, no.
Who's the worst person to bring out for drinks? Logan Paul.
Why, yes, Logan Paul. You could strap a GoPro to your chest, porn style. We don't mind. Come along for these white Russians. Like,
oh my God.
Oh, God. Jesus fucking Christ. I blame Frasier.
Dude, fuck fucking Frasier. Oh my God. I hate that show. Man, and like Frasier's like the worst dad. He sees this kid like 10 times over the course of like 8 years or some shit. Like, what kind of bullshit? No, he moves across the country to avoid his kid, and then he sees him like 10 times in 8 years. Jesus.
What a bad TV show.
Man, what if we get video game Frasier, though? Like, real life, though? Like, what the fuck? It's just a video game-centric reboot of Frasier? Like, thanks, I hate it.
Or Capcom finally leans into the memes. And it's like, look, you fuckers, you've been making Frasier versus Capcom memes for long enough.
Yo, no, but honestly, like, and I am 100% serious. If the CBS show turns out to be a fighting game centric sitcom, multi-camera, I don't care, but like Mike Ross and Gutex with like occasional visits from like IFC Yipes, and the first season is just like terrible nonsense, but it like slowly devolves into just like insane antics like all of the Eric Andre show, I'd be kind of down. Almost certainly, because it would stand to lose CBS millions of dollars, and then it ends up on Adult Swim.
I could be good for that from a let the world burn perspective. Also, Rocky, I am curious because we have reached your vaunted 6-episode threshold for a few shows.
What? Wait, but we're in news now. We gotta do this next week.
I don't care.
No,
Here
Brian,
we are.
You fucked up. You fucked up.
No,
there was a space at the beginning of the show for you to put your banter in, and you didn't.
Let the world burn.
No, wait. No. We're not burning the world. Like,
well, if we're doing this, can I talk about the Pokemon leaks that I was looking at instead
guys,
of...
Fine.
No,
Fuck it.
we're doing
we'll
it.
do it
Banter
live.
goes in banter, news goes in news.
Tegan, talk about all them Pokemon. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay. No, it's cool. Go, Brian. I'm just being facetious.
Rocky, you gonna keep on watching that Bradley Whitford does a choir show?
No comment till next week.
Fuck off.
Hey man, the listeners want structure, man. We can't just...
No, they don't. They want hot human interaction. If we could murder people and fuck on the air, they'd love it.
Oh my god. Well, I'm gonna have to tease and deny you on that one, Brian.
Look, if we were to talk about teasing and denying, we would have covered No Nut November.
Also, I don't even know why this is here. Like, November just started. It doesn't even matter.
Rocky, it's here because you disclosed famously,
Uh-huh.
your pleasuring yourself habits.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is news, so we can stick with this.
Yeah, which, as we all know, was news. So we wanted to follow up since it is now No Nut November. I wanted to find out, like, Rocky, you gonna be okay?
I think so. I'm actually all right. It is a little different because, like, you know, NoFap has different rules, but No Nut is definitely, like, draconian in that sense. But I'm pretty sure I'll be okay.
All right. Sometimes I ask questions in life and then regret asking them, but...
Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds like Brian.
I mean, it's going to be really hard for you not to eat any legumes.
Take it over here trying to find the wholesome. You said that No Nut
has different rules.
Yeah.
That's what he wants to know what the different rules are.
Yeah, thank you, Tegan. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Thank you for digging into this hellscape.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Fine. In the interest of time, No Nut, like, is specifically, like, just no ejaculation. But, like, no fap just means, like, you're not masturbating. And, like, there are some people that use, you know, to distance themselves from, like, porn specifically. So, like, you'd be allowed to presumably masturbate just without the assistance of porn. And, like, obviously, within, you know, consensual sexual relationships, like, no fap, like, doesn't really impede those at all. So, like, you know, if you are having sex with someone, then, like, you're still able to ejaculate. But, like, obviously, like, ejaculation paired with pornography is what creates, like, the dopamine loop that causes, like, people to get stuck in it, I guess. But no nut just means, like, you can't ejaculate at all, which means you're just, like, cutting out the dopamine entirely, like, as opposed to, like, assigning it with new habits. It's a different experience. That's all I'm saying.
So I guess this raises another question.
Sure.
Which, as we know, we're well into cuffing season.
Yeah.
You should have cuffed by now.
Yeah, otherwise, like, I'd be a thirst walker. I don't want to do that. That sounds awful.
Which I guess means, like, are your November prospects for no fap, no nut prospects? Or are they no fap prospects?
I'm going to assume that I understood the question, though I'm not sure I did.
I guess what I want to find out is, Rocky, do you have a special friend?
Sure. Let's say that they're a special friend, Brian.
Oh, God, I'm bad. Not very good. I'm the worst person.
Brian, you get...
I'm even worse than Champagne Fresca.
Okay, Champagne Fresca, like, is probably doing their best.
The opposite of me.
Champagne Fresca is a whole bitch.
Then why the fuck did you reject Champagne Fresca? Why did you reject a whole bitch?
Yeah, it's easy. It's the same way I rejected Festival Hardbody. We're just not compatible, and I launched them out of my stratosphere.
First of all, Festival's gonna live forever.
He's gonna fucking die. Eventually. Something will kill him. Either the cocaine or the police.
Jesus Christ!
Well, I mean, I hear that Festival actually has a connect to super cocaine. But, you know, you didn't hear that from me.
Oh, God.
So there you go, see?
Did you just wish a police shooting on the fourth host of this show?
He's not a host. He doesn't even do his one job.
Yeah, where is that Instagram?
The non-existent Instagram.
Jesus.
God damn it.
Okay, so these Pokemon spoilers.
Oh my God. Wait, no. Tegan, we're stuck on news. Wait, no, I guess Pokemon spoilers are news.
Pokemon spoilers are news, but they're also
Rocky,
spoilers.
you watch your Perfect Harmony, you motherfucker.
What's up, Brian?
Brian, are you done with your TV thing yet, or no?
No, I'm not.
I just want one straight answer out of Rocky Hardy.
Yeah, I'm not giving it to you, man. Look, I have principles.
Guzzle my structure.
Disgusting.
Terrifying.
Disgusting. Did not need that visual. Thank you.
Oof.
Hate everything. Brian's already making it a show title. God damn it.
Yep, there we go. We did it. So, we got like third evolutions or something, right? Or second evolutions?
We got third evolutions for everybody, second evolutions for Grookey and Sobble, but you know I don't actually want to talk about the Pokemon spoilers because I don't like spoiling things for other people.
Mm-hmm.
But also, like, my son. I'm so proud of him.
I actually really love this Sobble, like, emo, like...
Yeah! Like, he heard MCR was coming back and was like, fuck yeah.
Oh, man! I can't get to that show, I'm so hurt.
It's good. They're in a band together. These three are in a band together and they're great.
Yo, but Sobble plays... No, like, so, Scorbunny's gonna play guitar, right? Like, there's no way
and
he's not.
Sobble's the singer, Scorbunny plays the guitar.
And then, like, Grookey plays drums.
Yeah,
Obviously.
they're a band. They're definitely a band.
Brian, you want to be in the Pokemon band?
I only want to be in a Pokemon band with people who I have a clear understanding of their feelings on Perfect Harmony.
Okay. Then, like, we can start the band next week. That's cool. I'm okay with that.
We can't start the band next week. We gotta wait till the week after.
What? Why?
It doesn't come out until the 15th.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you're right. Okay, but we actually have a third news story, right?
Yeah, we do. Yeah, we have an actual third news story. You know, if you wanna, if you think there's still time and stuff, it's kind of neat. It's kind of really cool, and I think Brian will like it a lot because it's really cool. But like, I gave it to myself because I wanted to talk about the cool thing. Hey, Brian.
Yo.
You know how you really liked Senua's Sacrifice?
Yeah.
And like, I really did not like it.
Different strokes and all.
So Ninja Theory is doing a really cool thing where they've started this new project to try and create new therapies for different mental health disorders using video games. It's super cool. Like, holy shit. It's called the Insight Project, and they're trying to use biometric sensors to capture physiological data and lifelike simulated avatars and environments, and then use this with technology to create like monitoring kits that measure different physical outputs like your heart rate, eye movement, and respiration, and understand how these changes happen during different physical and physiological challenges.
Well, that does sound very cool.
Yeah, what Ninja Theory wants to do is create video games that show like tons of different states of mind, like from anxiety and fear to like psychosis and other different kinds of like mental distress, which would help give patients insight into your own symptoms and help you manage your condition. It's so cool. It's so cool.
I hope it goes well, but it does sound like the beginnings of an experience machine.
Dude, I'm fucking into it though. Like, I will plug myself into this machine. Fuck it.
So, here is why I am optimistic, Rocky.
Okay.
Because it's Ninja Theory and they were so kind and good with Senua's Sacrifice, and like, I trust them with my mental health a little bit.
Ninja Theory did operate in a ethical and above board manner when it comes to the content of Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. Secondly, Ninja Theory is now a division of Microsoft, and Microsoft has kind of demonstrated accessibility as a priority. Looking at the Xbox, accessibility controller, and the fact that like the code that runs that controller has been released as open source, and the number of steps that Microsoft has taken to ensure that that controller is used to create accessible experiences across all platforms. Like giving the code for the Xbox accessibility controller directly to Sony and Nintendo and be like, hey guys, whatever resources you need to get this controller working on your platforms, we're here for. It doesn't surprise me at all that like Ninja Theory is taking on something that obviously requires a lot of money and that Phil Spencer is just writing the checks for it. Because based on Tegan's description, this is not an inexpensive project.
Oh, hell no, it's not.
So there's a couple layers here. Like one, which is like, we know mental health is important to Ninja Theory, and we know accessibility is important to Microsoft. And so, based on the historical pattern of behavior here, this is a rare moment where Brian is going to allow himself to experience fucking optimism.
Woo! I did it! I did it! I caused an optimism! Right at the end. Great. There's more, like, cool stuff in this article, too, which I have linked in the show doc, obviously, but the whole thing is, like, obviously, like, this isn't going to replace traditional therapy and medication and stuff, but it could help in the in-between, or for people who aren't necessarily serviced by traditional therapy, where, like, it doesn't work for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
And it could work to help complement treatments, because it can be part of a toolkit for therapists to see, like, how exactly their patients' bodies are reacting to their individual psychoses. Target better therapy. Oh my god. They do this shit for, like, cancer treatments all the time. And the fact that, like, they're taking such care to do it with mental health is huge in a world where, like, people are still very much, like, just do it. Just whatever. Like, I get you're depressed, but, like, just fucking go to bed on time. It's not a big deal. Just do it. Or, like, I don't understand what you mean you can't, like, go to a party. There's only gonna be, like, 6 people there. How is that too many? Or, like, people who have, like, very radical, like, bipolar mood swings or intrusive thoughts that just full-on unsettle them. Like, there's a whole thing! It's so cool! It's so cool. I'm excited.
I hope it works.
I hope so, too.
Yeah.
Be neat. But yeah, we're gonna be watching that one, I think, as a collective.
You got me! So.
Yay!
But speaking of worse therapies, let's talk about what came out on Steam today.
Let's not. Let's just skip that section today and end on an optimistic note where the future is bright and we're using technology to make people's lives easier, and we're not going to talk about the 30 different kinds of apple snake that came out today. We're going to talk about the 30 different kinds of apple snake that came out today, aren't we?
So there's 9 games that came out on Steam today.
God damn it. Okay. Are any of them good?
So the first of which is Monster Battles Portals. The description reads, collect and evolve your monsters to become the ultimate monster trainer.
Pokemon? Monster Rancher.
Well, Tegan, this game appears to want you to be the very best, the best that it ever was.
Mm-hmm.
Collect and evolve monsters from 9 different elements.
Bold.
Water, fire, earth, plant, wind, mystic, dragon, electric, and mech.
Bold, okay.
Travel around the world and battle against other trainers to unlock magical badges. Participate in online tournaments against other trainers. And play the never-ending single-player campaign, which will put your monster training to the test, combine your elements, and battle through countless missions. Remember, power is the key. Join a gym and play against powerful monsters with your friends to get exclusive rewards in raids.
Mm-hmm. Bold. A bold statement considering Pokemon is coming out in 2 weeks.
So, good on ya, Monster Battles Portals. Next up is King of Firearms.
Please tell me it's Russian. Please tell me it's Russian.
I hope it's Russian.
Let me do the Russian check. Friends, I have bad news. It's not Russian.
Is it Chinese?
It is not even Chinese.
Dang it, what is it?
This appears to be homegrown awfulness.
Whack.
Okay.
King of Firearms is a horizontal scroll shooting type game. The story tells you that there is an endless war in this continent of Amos. You need to conquer the continent and end all wars. This game looks bad. Basic operation of the game. Shooting, moving, jumping. What the fuck off.
I mean, I guess, like, if you do conquer a planet, you could theoretically stop all wars on it.
No,
so, like,
we've
right.
Tegan, done that math over thousands of years, and it's never worked. Never adds up.
I don't know. Have you ever conquered the whole planet?
Tegan.
Have you ever played Civ 6?
Tegan.
Yeah.
Tegan, I will not have this show contain the last endorsement of colonialism.
No! Like, come on!
Tegan,
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Tegan,
Yeah.
repeat after me. Fuck colonialism.
Fuck colonialism.
Feed 'em
Colonialism,
beans.
that's done. That's
Feed 'em
canceled.
beans.
All right. Next up is
Colonialism is canceled.
Dimensionality 3.5.
No.
There's a 0.5 dimension?
No, there isn't. It's not.
Each of us is a celestial body.
Oh, fuck yeah.
In the
My
va-
body is a temple, and it is full of ghosts.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's Luigi's Mansion.
When our hero is on a common track in his life, this track takes him to another dimension.
Hell yeah.
This game appears to be a horny visual novel. And it's, of course, in Chinese.
Okay.
So, if you're horny and no Mandarin, Dimensionality 3.5 is here for you. Also, bonus, that game does not include the usual, this game does not support English disclaimer. It just doesn't support English. Next up is Swordia.
Swiggity swooty. Got myself a Swordia.
A community-driven, free-to-play MMORPG.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, ambitious.
Where the community plays a big part in shaping the game's future.
Sure.
We threw aside traditional MMO and made it for the gamers, by the gamers. The God of Chaos is slowly consuming the world. And as you do quests to defeat the God of Chaos, more and more the world will. And then it just ends there. Features include community polls for new game content, player-based economy, active quest. Well, that's great. Good job, Swordia. Next up is Spooky Night 2. Grimelda is still at it.
Wait.
Stealing children for her monster minion army.
Oh, okay.
You have returned to confront her. And amused by your courage, she dares you to attempt to defeat her. You must free children along the way and are sent on a spooky magical adventure. Seems bad.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Next up is Free at Last. Play as a robot that escapes from working at a rocket factory and explore your star system, establish bases, research technology, farm, fish, fight, and so much more.
Wait, hold on. No. Why does a robot have to fish? What do they get out of that?
Rocky, I'm well aware that actually you haven't played Nier Automata yet, but, like, you fish a lot in Nier Automata for fun. There are even robot fish, and sometimes you can eat them, and sometimes they kill you.
I'm not prepared for that.
Did you say,
you are, it's okay.
Did you say nut, sir?
Not?
Okay.
Yeah, he said not.
Well, I was about to let you know, not this month, sir. Next up is Metrail, which says it is a chill music-based arcade game. Metrail looks wholly informed by a game from about 2 years ago called Thumper. Looks a lot like somebody played a lot of Thumper. Thought Thumper was a good game. Thought they'd make a Thumper. Then Doka 2 Trade. Oh no. It's not often on this show we find a game that Brian says, I'll have to report this game after the show. But I'm going to have to report this game after the show.
What is
Why
it?
are we reporting it?
Doka 2 Trade is a unique game of the confrontation between school children and zombies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
In the ruthless and harsh world of Doka 2, the player has to choose a side for themselves. So, it doesn't appear to be that the thing that they're labeling zombies are actually zombies.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It appears to be that the thing that they're labeling zombies are school shooters.
Oh, God.
Oh. Oh, no.
So it appears to be the primary purpose of this game is to sit on a single...
Simulate a school shooting?
Yeah.
No,
That's this game for 99 cents from Russia.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
It's called Doka 2, right?
Uh-huh.
So is there an original Doka that uses a similar concept?
Let's find out. This developer has a shit ton of games.
Sure.
Including Cat Doesn't Like Banana, Roscoe Monzor Banned Internet,
Right, Jesus.
Nakyu Completed Part 1, Cosmonet Space Adventure, Silver Schlicker, The Wanderings Dragon, Gaygarian and Deep Ass Pace, Space Googie, Happy Claus Christmas Edition, Airbow, Nifu, Weird Dungeon Explorer Defender, The Duller, Run Run Monsters. It actually looks like they don't have the first game in this series available on Steam. And then lastly, Bludgeon. Bludgeon is a fast-paced multiplayer game that has 2 team battles for supremacy. Mixing MOBA and Left 4 Dead versus mode comes a fresh new take on the top-down genre, Bludgeon.
Alright.
It does not look very good.
What are you gonna do?
Well, friends, I think that's a show.
We
Mm-hmm.
did it. This is our show. We do it every week. It's called Impossible Coin. You can find it wherever podcasts are found. Ours are specifically on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify, and we'd appreciate it if you left us a review. Even if you liked what we did, even if you didn't like, because we're always trying to get better. We're just trying to improve. If you leave us a review, we'd also really appreciate if you left it on iTunes. It would help us out a lot. There's music in the beginning and end of this podcast produced by our friend Big Sach. You can find his work at soundcloud.com/BigSachNJ, or you can find him on Twitter at Hillary_Swank. Our logo and t-shirt were designed by Lauren Moran. You can find her on Twitter at Lauren Moran, and consider throwing some money at her Patreon, or our Patreon, it's on the docket. If you want to talk to us directly, you can find us on social media. Brian's usually on Facebook and Patreon. I'm on Twitter, and Tegan's usually on Tumblr. It's all Impossible Coin. No hyphens or anything like that. But that's us. That's our show.
Word. Peace.
Bye.
Later.
It's official. You suck.